Welcome to Trading Nation. I'm Seema Modi. One recently public stock generating attention, Vimeo. The video software as a service stock named as Cowen's best small to mid-cap stock idea. Analysts getting bullish on increasing enterprise adoption. That name having a rough stretch though since its spin-off from IAC in May. Let's discuss with Bill Baruch of Blue Line Capital and Delano Chaparro of New Street Advisors. Great to see you both. And Delano, I'll start with you because there were a lot of analysts early on, including BMO Capital, that said, we're not sure this business model will work. Yes, there is explosive growth in digital video, but stiff competition, and Vimeo's been around for a long time.
Yeah, that's right, Seema. So Vimeo has been around for a long time, obviously new to the public markets, and I kind of tend to wait on a personal account or for my clients to see how it shakes out for the first few quarters for a company in the public markets. But I do like some of the trends that Vimeo has on the upside. One, as you mentioned, the total addressable market for content creation, video creation is growing. That's something that was mentioned in the report as a positive, which is very positive. 23% annual projected growth looking out to 2024. Another thing that's I think is really strong is their revenue, their top side subscriber growth. That is really growing and trending really strong. They also have a very high number of average revenue per user, which is $233 per user. So that's really strong. And as you mentioned, the enterprise business, that part of the business is really something that I really think has positive trends. If you're looking at some of the accounts they brought in, as they mentioned in their report in Q1, they brought in Amazon as a client, Intuit as a client, SoftBank as a client. And what a lot of these enterprise companies are doing is using Vimeo for some of their interviewing processes for different areas that I think are strong trends for the work from home play. So I definitely think as an investor, you should be watching this stock and looking for an opportunity to buy in, especially after the drop when they first debuted.
Bill, as Delano pointed out, the company is growing its portfolio of clients, but I guess what it matters for investors is when will it be profitable? Back in May, Vimeo told investors that it will increase its investments in 2021 and that it does not expect to be profitable for the full year on an adjusted EBITDA basis.
Yeah, Delano's right. There are some really great core pillars here, and it does make way for a good potential investment down the road. But as an investor, I'm not so interested in it right here, and it hasn't performed since it was spun out. There may be some trading opportunities, and I'll be watching it for that. But overall, since it spun out, it has sold off, and that leaves a lot of technical resistance overhead. There's a gap at about 52 bucks, which tells me there's little value trying to pick a bottom here in 42, mid 40s. And technical damage does leave way for lower price action, and I think a retest of the May 28th low in a successful test at that would help bring the constructive groundwork. But not only so, I mean, there's so many great software stocks out right now with so much great momentum. I don't think you need to try to choose this one here right now. I mean, look at Microsoft making a record high here today, Adobe making a record high. I mean, as long as Adobe's holding it above 540, I think it's a really terrific stock. And again, a lot of these software stocks, they had a very poor really poor quarter four, quarter one, and they've really recovered through quarter two. So they're really building good momentum. And that brings me to my top pick, Salesforce. Salesforce broke out of a downtrend, and I think it looks very good right here. It's still about 20% from its record high almost. And I think that's really good value for the long run. So I'd stick with some of the names that have been proven performers here over this last quarter.
Delano, that question's to you then. How important is Vimeo's profitability picture? Just reiterating what I said before, the company said in early May it does not expect to be profitable for the full year.
I think that's important. So I was actually looking, more at their balance sheet, and they do have a little bit of cash on the balance sheet. They do have strong trends in the financials areas, but I think it's important to look out. But this is generally a growth story. So if you're really going to buy Vimeo and you're really going to look for strong growth on the top side, you do want to see that trickle down towards profitability. Margins are widening. So they went from about 68% on gross profit in 2021 Q1 to about 72%. So as an investor, you definitely want to keep that into play, but you're looking at this as a growth story primarily.